Hey Jeff, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm actually going to ask you a couple of questions. We're just going to go right through it. So, why don't you introduce yourself?
Oh man, why do everybody want me to introduce myself? Who am I? Who is Jeff Brown? Jeff Brown is a syndicated radio podcast host. I'm actually a alumni of Ohio Center for Broadcasting, which is now Ohio Media School. A lot of good friends there. My show is syndicated in the Midwest, in Kokomo, Indiana, on 104.9 FM, Power 104.9 FM. We're also on 103.7 The Beat in Rockford, Illinois, and just recently joined the #1 top 40 station in the nation, which is Rhythm 105.9 FM, with over 1 million listeners weekly. Right there in the city of Sacramento, California. And my podcast is heard on every major podcasting platform, with iHeartRadio leading the way. We're in the top 60 for black culture, something that I'm very proud of, to know that I have a voice in my community, where people are not just listening here locally, but they're also listening abroad. So I'm excited about that. But that's who I am. Just simple guy with a microphone.
Okay, so tell me how you all started in the podcast radio business.
Oh Jesus, how man? That's I'm gonna try to, since this interview is short lived, I'm gonna try to help you. So coming out of OCB, I interned with a guy by the name of Ronnie Knight, DJ Ronnie Knight, which I was introduced to him by Darville Morrow, who is actually the CEO of First Class Broadcasting, in which is the producer of the Jeff Brown Show.
Okay.
So he and I co-produced the Jeff Brown Show together. He's also an alumni of Ohio Center for Broadcasting. So big shout out to Darville Morrow. So I interned with DJ Ronnie Knight and Friends, that radio show, which was on 1220 AM, which was a gospel radio show. It was a Christian radio show. I then was able to expand from that show, and DJ Ronnie Knight, who was one of the hottest Christian DJs in the city. He's a legend in the city. He then produced a show for me, which was a Christian sports show called OMG Sports. And that was also heard on 1220. And then the show got canceled because my co-host did something crazy, and the next day it got canceled. So it was short-lived. So from that point, that I had not been on air. So what I did was I used Facebook as my radio show. I would post controversial things. I would post positive things. I would, just talk about the topics of the day on Facebook. Anybody that knows me and follow me know that I'm very outspoken. I use my social media platform to get the word out, the message out. And from there, I was approached by several different streaming and podcasting companies that wanted to produce my show, because they had been following the Facebook page. And at that time, I was not big on Instagram. I wish I would have been big on Instagram. I didn't really get big on Instagram until later on. But nevertheless, I had a choice of three. I went with FCB Radio. I like what they were doing. I like what Darville Morrow had established. #1, being a black business owner. #2, having the experience he had. And #3, he was just successful. And so I'm successful. And I felt like it was just the right fit for he and I to work together. My creativity is open. It was just a match made in heaven. And so from there, everything has been grown organically. So the Jeff Brown Show has been established for 3.5 years. My first show was Valentine's Day. 2018. And so from there, I was just, we've just been building. We've been blessed to have celebrity guests. We've been blessed to be a voice in our community. I've allowed this not just having a syndicated podcasting show, but more so allowing it to be an extension of my heart. My heart is for the community.
Yeah.
And so through that, I have gained a great, I would say, voice in our community. Just recently during the pandemic, myself along with Dr. Yvonne Pointer, Billy Sharp, just to give an example,
Yeah.
Who is the president of the Greater Urban League of Cleveland.
Okay.
We had a campaign where we fed over 3,000 frontline workers, not to mention over